Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Jessica Abernathy, and with me today is Tricia Montgomery, and you are listening to Pets Are Family. Hi, Tricia.
Hello, Jessica.
Are you ready for this week's podcast?
I am not. It's been, I feel maybe like my computers are, they're kind of coming against me right now, that my printer won't turn off, my computer won't turn on. And so I'm operating on my laptop. And it's like everything that when you want something to work, it literally has a mind of its own. And you, as much as you try, you just can't make it.
Mine was giving you a thumbs down when you were talking to us. I was like, I wasn't doing it. So that AI crap is already working. I was like, oh my God.
I think it's taken over my system right now. I think that everything is taken over my system. My mom used to say, my mom would always get like a new cell phone, like a new Apple phone every 6 months, because she would claim that it was like a double phone and it was taking over. And my sisters and I would say, I think it's user error, Mom, but I don't know anymore.
Yeah, well, you know me and Apple. I have one laptop that I got from Apple. I've been an Apple user for 20 years. Apple, I hope you're listening to this. And I bought the brand new Apple Air. Love the Air, but my Apple Air. And it's like I got a lemon, and I'm having the worst time with Apple and their customer service with this Apple Air.
Wow.
Yep. I can honestly say for the first time in 20 years, their customer service has been horrifyingly wretched.
Really? This podcast has been about...
because you've seen me go through it, and because you sent me a stress ball for Christmas. I take that back. It was a punching ball.
I got you a punching bag for your desk, so you can just go.
Yeah, that's like just that. Because it's all directed. You should have just put a big old apple on it, because that's what really stresses me out all the time.
Well, I think there's other things that stress you out too. I'm going to say that. Welcome. Welcome to the Pets Family podcast, where we actually complain about things. Welcome to Pets Are Family, guys. We are nearing the end of the year, and Jessica and I are we've been having a few challenges technologically and some other stuff's going on. And I just said a minute ago that when you're an entrepreneur, when you do things yourself, you're kind of the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. We do everything, technology, whatever.
Ready? Look, what hat am I putting on now? I just happen to have it on my desk. Look, I'm going to put on what hat? What hat do I have? Oh, as my dad was telling me this weekend, he wants me to do this. He wants me to have a flip card saying engineer, because every time I'm like, I'm writing down stuff, Dad. So my engineer hat.
I got it. Well, we are almost to Christmas right now, and the holidays. I never know what to say. The holidays or Christmas. I don't, how to be politically correct. So I'm just going to say happy everything, merry everything to everybody. How's that sound?
I think it's holidays. I think that's because Kwanzaa, there's Three Kings, we're in Hanukkah right now. We got Christmas going on. You got people that just don't believe in any of it,
Well, the song Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, just came into my head, and I'm not going to sing it for you.
Because I don't know if YouTube's going to try to put us down for that one. Probably would,
Every time I sing, guys, they like block us because I'm on trademark violation. I'm with the trademark police. So when I sang Taylor Swift's song, Why You Gotta Be So Mean, or anything like that, they like knock us down because they think that I am, I don't know, me and Taylor are just a lot alike. So
you're giving her a run for your money,
I'm giving her a run for her money.
Right.
I'm going to get her on our podcast. I am good. Taylor Swift, come on here. We really need you to come on Pets Are Family podcast. And we'd like to have the cat around your neck when you come on, just like you did for the Time Magazine cover. And kudos to you, Time Magazine, for making Taylor Swift your 2023 person of the year. I applaud you on that. Way to go. Way to go.
The only entrepreneur, first entertainer.
Amazing.
Yeah. But you know what? Hey, I wouldn't mind having her boyfriend and his brother. I am all down for the two brothers. They have their own podcast. I would totally have the two brothers on.
Sorry, I misunderstood totally.
I would have the two football players on, the Kelsey brothers. Oh, they would be fun. But that one would probably not be children worthy just because they do cuss. They do, but I'm all about
it too. I'm going to think so too, but I think they are. I think I watched I watched that documentary, and I think the brother has the dog. I think so, but I'm not sure. Because
Jason
was a very
Jason and his wife, and he's got 3 girls. They have a dog. Yeah, I would totally. He's a family man. Lives in Philly. He's a good guy. You know what I mean?
Let's reach out to him. Come on. I
would have both of them on. Yeah, I would totally have the two brothers on. I'm a sports junkie.
I was reading something this morning that Travis is the number one, quarterback for being in ads and everything like that. And it was done before.
He's not a quarterback. Let's just
whatever he is. He's a football player, number one football player, whatever. Anyway, you can tell me I am football. As my parents have said, so my parents were like all about football and basketball. Both my parents went to UK, and for some reason I missed the entire gene of basketball and football, with the exception of college and Roll Tide. So that's really the only thing that I follow. But going back to so Travis Kelce, evidently, he is the most that ads are for the most seen football player for ads. And it was actually done before he was dating Taylor. But once they started getting together, the advertisers saw the benefit and they upped the ante. So just a little bit of tidbit information for you on this. Pets for Family podcast.
He's very popular as it is, you know what I mean? And his brother and him have done, just because they were the first siblings to go to play against each other in the Super Bowl, you know what I mean, ever, which is kind of cool. I felt bad for his mom, just for the one fact that it's like, how do you root for one child? You know what I mean? It's like, you realize that one kid's going to win and one kid's going to lose, no matter what. There is no ifs, ands, and buts. One of your children is going to lose and one is going to win. You know what I mean? So you're going to be excited and sad for that. But it was just well done. You know what I mean? They got a lot of publicity for that. You know what I mean? And he's flashy, Travis. He's flashy. He's a tight end, by the way. Tight end. He's got a nice butt, but he's a tight end. You know what I mean?
I know what a tight end is. I know what a tight end is in my point of view, but maybe not in football terms.
He basically catches the football from the quarterback, okay?
We're here to talk about, on our Pets or Family podcast, our top, great gift ideas or favorites for pets. Is that correct? What this podcast episode is about today?
We're talking about, because Christmas is going to be, this will be airing on Wednesday before Christmas. So on Monday, it'll be Christmas. So this will be airing right before Christmas. So if you're looking for that last minute gift idea, you know what I mean? Hopefully we'll give you a couple. So
definitely. Why don't you go first, Jessica? Give me one of your favorites for pets.
So one of our favorites, especially for Mr. Bin Laden, you know what I mean? I just got to say. So one of our favorites is, we love, it's called Kitty Crack. We love that here in this household. Yeah, because Bin Laden is not crazy enough, but we love Kitty Crack. It is catnip. It's catnip, but I don't know why it's called Kitty Crack, but it is stronger than regular catnip. I just have to open up the cabinet that it's stored in. And they come a running. I mean, we can get the regular kitty catnip, and it doesn't phase them. And I have to actually like bring them to it. But the kitty crack cabinet, that's put away in a different cabinet inside a plastic jar container. I mean, like it's sealed, and those cats come running right away. And Harry, I mean, my Harry, we don't talk about Harry enough, but Harry, he's like my barn cat he's a rescue, but he was a barn cat. He's huge. We think he's part Maine Coon, honestly, because he's
I love Maine Coon cats.
Yeah, he's 25 pounds. I mean, he's huge. I mean, he's a big boy. I mean, he's bigger than my dog. And I have a Shih Tzu who's 22 pounds. I mean, I have a big Shih Tzu too, and he's not overweight or anything. He's just big. My barn cat is huge. Harry gets there. He like will body check your lower half of your, below your knees to get to that stuff. I mean, he is like insane. Yeah, my cats love kitty crack. So whenever we want them to get used to a new scratching pole or anything, or reintroduce them to a scratching pole, we just dig out the kitty crack. So yeah, kitty crack is our favorite thing. And that's how we train them, to keep reminding them how to use a pole or a scratching post or something. But we love kitty crack in this house. And if we're looking for a Friday night of cheap entertainment, we just dig out the kitty crack.
Because why not?
It's just funny. We just like, I mean, because Harry just like, he's just like insane. Benny likes it.
That's crazy.
Harry's insane on it.
Well, I will say, speaking of crack, there is a French bulldog in my neighborhood who's really like the crack dog. He like runs back and forth and back and forth. And one of my favorite toys is really a tried and true that has been around for like ever, and that's the Chuck-It. I love the Chuck-It balls, and I love the Chuck-Its because you can be from here to there and they're just going to run. I absolutely love Chuck-Its, and especially for high energy dogs to, go back and forth. I think that it's a great thing, and it's been around for a long time. They're sturdy. They have replacement balls, and it allows dogs to really get off that energy and make sure that they're getting the exercise that they need. I love it.
The Chuck-It is like the one toy in my 20 plus years that I've been working with animals, plus the years that I've had my own dogs, that I have never been able to figure out how to operate. I cannot.
Are you serious? Oh my God.
I give the Chuck-It and the ball's like right here. It just goes and then hits me. I do not use the Chuck-It at all because I cannot get it to work. And I've had more people show me how to use it. And the Chuck-It's not safe in my
I
world.
am the most uncoordinated person in the entire world, and I can use a Chuck-It. So I love them. I absolutely love them. And I think really for energy and high energy dogs, it's something that is just really durable, and dogs love it. Absolutely love it. I always go for things that are just, there's so many trends out there, but they're really the tried and true things are just absolutely fantastic. And that's been around for a while. What's another one, Jessica?
It's the simplest of things. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's not the fancy one. It's the simplest things. So my other favorite toy, I would have to say, is probably a Kong. It's not really a toy, but I guess you could consider it's a toy. It's always been like every dog that I've ever had, but Teddy, when I was first got little Tedster, I used to fill it up with a little bit of treats inside of it. And then I would put yogurt. I put like plain Greek yogurt over it. And then I would freeze it so that every time I leave the house, he got a treat. So he'd have to sit there and lick it. So he wasn't focused on me leaving the house. But, and now the problem is anytime I leave the house or come in the house, he expects a treat. You know what I mean? So that's the only other problem I have. But I like the Kongs for that stuff. I like that.
Yeah, that's a tried and true. And shelters actually use those quite a bit. I remember being at Paws, and at the end of the night, that was something that we would always give them at the end of the night because it helps to kind of really occupy them, mental stimulation, as well as just really keeping them attentive on something as the lights are going down for animal rescue groups as well. I love Kongs. I think one thing that I also like when you think about putting the different ingredients is the lick mat, because you can do the same thing with any brand of a lick mat. I know they're coming out with flavored lick mats right now. I'm not a fan of those because I think that it can really detract from the items that you're putting within the lick mat, because you can put in a probiotic supplement, you can put in yogurt, you can put in the peanut butter, you can put in any number of ingredients and freeze those and bring that out for a dog, and, really allowing that great playtime as well as the mental stimulation. And even for dogs who may have, eating very quickly, that allows them to literally slow down and enjoy that food, and then really occupy their mind, which is for that mental and physical stimulation, how important that is.
Yeah, I have that dog that's super picky. I mean, when I say super picky, like he can eat like a treat, come in, eat the same treat, and then the third time he'll be like, nope, I want a variety, and he'll walk away. And then he'll stand there in the kitchen, and I'll be like, all right, I'm not giving you another one. He'll sit there and bark until you give him a different he'll just sit there and bark at you.
Oh,
Roof, like, hey, I want another treat. He's just, oh my gosh, he's a cranky old man.
I love him though. What about, Jessica, the puzzle bowls for dogs? I love the puzzle bowls for dogs too.
I do like those, but I never had a problem with fast eating.
I
never had that problem.
I think I know with either Zeus or Moose or any of my dogs I've had, even with my Fosters that I've had, I always use a puzzle bowl, because they don't know, it's like, when am I going to eat again? I don't know when I'm going to eat again, because of that kind of where they, the history of those dogs. I love those because it slow feeds them. And so they're not at risk for bloat. They're also, really slowing them down, that they're having to work for that food, and just allowing them that great stimulation, and then having the food go slowly into their systems as well. I love those puzzle balls.
Yeah, no, I do too. I do like I like the crinkle balls that you can get for cats. Those are my other favorites. You could probably move my couch at any point of the year and probably find about 13 of them at least underneath my couch, and probably underneath my lazy Susan or my lazy boy chair at any point.
You have a lazy Susan on your floor that you just spin around your furniture.
That's why I was like, lazy boy, not lazy Susan. I'm the lazy Susan that's in the lazy chair. I'd be the lazy Susan. No, I'm my lazy chair. I'd be the lazy Susan. When I'm in it. But yeah, in my lazy boy, anytime. Yeah.
Lazy boy? Do you really have a lazy boy?
Yeah, we have a lazy boy chair.
Okay.
I'm the lazy Susan that sits in the lazy boy. But yeah, you can always find those around the house. Every Christmas, I usually buy like a whole stocking full, and I just kind of dump them. Because I've learned not to get any other toys for the cats, because they just like the paper, the boxes, and then all those things. Or I can give Bin Laden a bag of my socks, and he loves my socks. That or my hair scrunchies. He loves my hair scrunchies. Loves my hair scrunchies. That's like his favorite treat or toy.
So he would. Speaking of hair scrunchies, I saw this earlier today. I've got to find it, but there is a site where you can actually get matching, like a bandana to match, or a scrunchie to match your pup. So, having a gift for you and your dog. And I'm gonna pull it out here because it was a really cool item. But there are scrunchies. You can buy the scrunchie, and then your dog can have a matching bandana, and you can do them in all kinds of different patterns. I was reading about that earlier today. Kind of cool. Yeah, very, very cool.
I have to say, I've always been that girl that refuses the bandana when we go to the groomer. I always say, keep the bandana. You can keep it. I don't want it.
Petite Petals Scrunchie and Bandana Set.
Oh, that's
Petite
cool.
Petals, giving you a shout out to Petite Petals Scrunchie and Bandana Set. I thought they were very cute. And then also just think about that. Say you got, a young child and they want to match the pup for Christmas or something like that. Or even if you want to put a bandana on your cat, you could absolutely do that as well. So yeah, I love those. One thing I also saw that I thought it was cute, and I know I know they come up with some of them each year. Outward Hound, the brand Outward Hound, has I think it's the green geckos, and they're super, super cute. And they also have, I believe it is it is like the purple hippopotamus one. And he is so cute. It's a hair doggy, ultrasonic squeaker toy, and then the Outward Hound green gecko. And I thought they're just fun and cute, Anyway.
It's a green gecko. Personally, as much as I love every toy, and I am sorry, anybody that makes toys for animals, but they've got to get rid of the squeaky toys. They got to, because almost every dog I know, all they do is this. And it's like, so I hang out with Fonzie, right? So Fonzie, my peanut butter dogs, we've all talked to Joan, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So we talked to Joan, and I have the peanut butter dogs, and Fonzie, she thought it would be really cool. She got those little buttons so that they could talk to her.
I love that.
And well, Fonzie found the outside button because he likes to be outside. So all he did was pick it up in his mouth. Outside, and he just sits there in his mouth. Outside. And I was just like, "Oh, Joan, I'm going to kill you."
I personally love the squeakies. I love the noise. I do. I don't mind those at all. But yeah, I think Outward Hound and the other one both have the squeakies in them. But then another one that I want to mention is the Pet Zone IQ Treat Ball. And what we want to do is, with dogs, you always want to promote stimulation mentally as well as physically and make them work for their food.
Okay.
I know. Yeah. So it allows the Pet Zone IQ ball allows them to really work for those treats. And I think it's just something fun as well as stimulates them, is durable. And, especially if you've got a dog that is, one of those fast eaters, you can actually put their food in there because it's really important to make sure that the calories that you're giving for treats, that you're actually computing them into their overall calories for their diet, whether it's, if they're having breakfast or dinner or eating 2 times a day or 1 time a day, that you're also including those treats as well. So you can make that their entire meal. So I think I love that. I love that. And I've actually got Jack with me right now. He's sleeping on the floor beside me.
Yeah, that's a good point, though, because a lot of people forget that, because I do take that into consideration, because Teddy gets a lot of treats and he's getting older. So I'm not as stickler about it. He turned 13 this month and he's gone blind. And he's just, he goes outside, he demands a treat. Now you walk in the house, he demands a treat. So we've cut back on his regular food just because he eats so many treats. But a lot of people forget that you're feeding your dogs as many treats that you got to cut back somewhere, because just like humans, if we're eating a lot of snacks, you know what I mean?
And I didn't eat anything all day, but I had 20 million snacks.
Right.
But I can't fit into my jeans. What's going on? I get it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. So that's the good point. So I think my other favorite thing that we have is, there's a couple different brands. So I'm not going to say exactly, but I'll give a couple examples in the notes. But we have a sticker, a cat bed. There's a couple different ones that you can get that we have stuck on one of our windows down in our man cave. So it's kind of level. So we have, it's a 2-for-1. So we have a planter's hook out in our backyard for Bin Laden. Okay. Once again, this is for Bin Laden. Harry enjoys it, but Bin Laden loves this. Okay. So we have we have a shepherd's hook out in our backyard. We have 2 bird feeders on it, obviously, because we like to feed the birds out there, especially in the winter here in Chicago. But we have a cat bed so that Bin Laden can lay there, but he actually sits in that cat bed because he likes to sit there and try to get the birds. It's like his favorite thing. It's like, so we set it up because he will actually sit on our back door and he likes to watch the birds. And then what he does is if like the squirrels come out, he races down to that window and he'll be like sitting there because he's like all excited because he's like, oh, they're here, they're here, they're here. So we actually got him. Yeah, so we got him a cat bed so that he can lay there and like get all excited. So he loves that window and he loves that his little cat bed that we made for him. So we kind of set up like a, as we call it, Bin Laden TV. So,
I love that. And it's the simple things that we always think that you gotta, same with our kids, that I have to buy all these things when really it's just the simplest things that they love. Right.
Yeah, and we made it. We're doing good. We're feeding the birds, so we're keeping them alive through the winter. We're feeding the squirrels, which shoot me now, but and they eat the leftover bird seeds. You know what I mean? So we're helping the wildlife. You know what I mean? And we're entertaining the cat. That's crazy. So
all in one, like full swoop, like with one thing.
I'm doing good by a lot of people.
You are. Yes, you're doing very good. So Jessica, what are you doing for the holidays? What are you doing for Christmas?
I am not 100% sure, really. We just did Christmas. I just did Christmas with Leroy.
I just because it was his 80th birthday. Giving a shout out to Leroy. Happy 80th birthday to you.
It was his 80th birthday. So we just celebrated his 80th and we just did Christmas with my side of the family this weekend. So I've already done Christmas with them. So I'm actually supposed to head out of town on the 26th. So we'll see, but fingers crossed that actually all works out, but I'm not sure yet. I have a feeling it's not going to work out. So I think it's going to get pushed to January. So I'm not sure what we're going to do. So if anything, I'm gonna be the lazy Susan in my lazy chair.
I love that. I think it's time to be lazy. We've been working a lot. A lot.
I might just watch movies and do nothing.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm actually going to be driving to St. Louis to see my family, and so it's going to be a nice little 16-hour car ride.
Yeah, but it's going to be warm here. You're bringing the warmth. It's supposed to be in the 50s the whole time.
Yeah, it is. And it's been cold where we are in Florida. So it's been like in the 50s and got down to almost freezing the other night. It was crazy, absolutely crazy, but I love it. Sweater weather. So, yeah.
I was going to say, I think it was a whopping like 12 this morning when I got up.
I miss that. I really do. I miss Chicago weather. I miss the boots.
I'll gladly give it to you.
Swap it out. Well, Jessica, so our next episode, we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions. Is that right? Things that we're thinking about, New Year's resolutions?
New Year's resolutions and what we got on our plates and what we're thinking about. And then we're going into January. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can. It's just like December, November, everything's just been rolling into each other. And it's just crazy how time has just flown by. I don't know where it's gone.
I don't know, but it's another year around the sun, man. We're getting there. So you got a birthday coming up here soon. I don't celebrate them anymore. I gave up. I stopped. I just go right past them,
Just somebody like inject a happiness button into you, like a celebration button into you.
Nah, it's always the coldest. It's usually always the coldest week of the year. I'll be honest. I'm always so disappointed on my birthday that I just decided that I just skip it because that it just keeps it from being disappointed.
Well, there is a theory from Alice in Wonderland that you only have one birthday and you have 364 unbirthdays. So a very merry unbirthday to you, to me. So
there you go. A merry unbirthday to you too. I apparently did not watch that movie either.
Jessica, this has been an entertaining episode of Pets or Family Podcast.
It has been. So as you can see, I hope everybody has a happy holidays like we had making this podcast today. I was going to say movie. I don't know where that came from. I'm pretty sure nobody would want to direct us.
Guys, wishing you the beautiful and happiest of holidays, of Christmas, of Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. And if you are, if you're alone, you're not alone. We're thinking about you, and just thank you for being part of our family. And we're looking forward to all the great things that are going to be coming up here soon in 2024. And thank you for my bestest partner, Jessica Abernathy. Love you to death.
Yep. All right, guys. Have a great one. Merry, Merry. Thanks for listening to Pets or Family. You can find us on all the channels now. Yes, all the channels now. So make sure you share us with your friends, your families, and your coworkers, and anybody that has a pet. Make sure you like us, give us your feedback, tell us if anything that you want us to talk about, all that fun stuff. You can reach me at jessica@petsourfamily.net or Tricia@petsourfamily.net. Thank you for everything that you guys do, but make sure you like us, subscribe, check us out on YouTube. You can always see what we're up to. And we want to thank all of our sponsors, all of the people that support us. We love every one of you, and we can't thank you enough. And remember, check out Moose's March, moosesmarch.com. MOOSESMARCH.com. Come check us out. Talk to you guys soon. We'll see you next week. Bye.